In this section, we will learn how to prepare and put our website to production. And first of all, we need to build Angular app. Let me remind you again how Angular works. So we wrote our application using TypeScript, Sass, HTML, JavaScript. So now we need to tell Angular to put it all together, and as a result output bundles of JavaScript, CSS, and HTML file. During this procedure, Angular will optimize a lot of pieces, and as well it will do minification of CSS and JavaScript. Before we do a build, I will also remind you how we can change behavior of our application in development and in production. So we have two files in environment folder, the default environment and environment.prod. So when we build with Angular for production, it will actually replace environment.js file with environment.prod. So we need to make sure that, for example, our API base URL is present on the production TS file as well. Just like that. And now let's make our first build. So go to console and let's first see the help message for ng build command. So in order to build it for production, you need this prod flag. So let's try it out. Ng build --prod. This will take a while. I'll skip a bit. And at the end we get a failure. So it says that in our almost all HTML files, like app component, the property car is private. Alright, let's take a look at app component. I will try to explain the most simple what's going on here. So when Angular compiles this component, it actually splits it into two parts. One class for the component and one class for HTML. But the thing is that our car service is actually a private property, so the HTML class cannot access it. So the solution here is actually replace private with public. The general rule here is that if you use the injectable service in HTML, you should pass it public. But if you access it inside just the methods of this component, then you can keep it private. Because we use this service in a lot of places, let's just use the global search and replace functionality. Alright, change it to public. Here's all our changes. Let's apply them. Good. These are all components where we used our car service. And now let's try another build. This will take like half a minute, so I will just show you the result. And finally it gave us the result in bundle of files. Now let's look closer what we've got. So actually it built for us a dist folder where everything is in place. Here is our HTML, our JS and CSS files are minified, and there is a hash added to each file which adds the unique checksum. These are assets. Now let's try to open it. But the thing is, it's not gonna work from a local file system, so we actually need to spawn some little server. The Python will help us here. We'll just use the python -m http.server and just run it on this port. And let's open it in a browser. Just go to localhost port 9000. And here's our project.